Kill the boy and let the man be born.
Women often portray themselves as confident, independent, and emotionally unshaken by men. They project an image of having everything under control. But the reality is, no matter how powerful a woman appears, she has hidden vulnerabilities that can make her completely lose herself around the right man. These aren't the usual things you hear in mainstream dating advice. No, these are deep psychological triggers that can break down even the strongest emotional barriers. And most men, they remain completely unaware that these weaknesses even exist, because attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about psychology. Once you understand how to trigger the right feelings, women won't just want you, they'll crave you. There's something powerful about a man's touch. A woman might resist a man's words, but the moment he touches her the right way, all that resistance starts to fade. Attraction isn't just in the mind, it's wired deep into her biology. 1. Why touch makes a woman fall for a man. No matter how independent or in control she seems, the right kind of touch can make her lose herself in the moment. Research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships shows that physical touch boosts oxytocin levels in women, making them feel trust, comfort, and, most importantly, desire. That's why a woman might be unsure about a man, but the second he lightly places his hand on the small of her back as he guides her through a doorway, something shifts inside her. It's subtle, it's primal, and most men completely overlook it. It bypasses her logical thinking. She might tell herself she's not interested, but when a man touches her wrist just right, rests his hand gently on her knee, or brushes her lower back, she feels something real, something undeniable. Tension is everything. The secret isn't in constant touch. It's in the way you use it. Sporadic, purposeful, controlled. When a man knows how to tease her senses just right, she starts craving more without even realizing why. It sparks a deep subconscious attraction. A man who's confident in his touch makes her feel something different. She starts to associate his presence with strength, security, and dominance. Think about the classic bad boy. He doesn't just sit across from her at dinner. He casually runs his fingers over her hand as he makes a point. He leans in close when he speaks, his voice brushing against her skin. He tucks her hair behind her ear like it's second nature. Suddenly, she's not just hearing his words, she's feeling him. A woman might think she's in control, but when a man knows how to use touch, she's already melting. 2. The forbidden effect. If there's one undeniable truth about attraction, it's this: women want what they can't have. That's why she ignores the guy who gives her too much attention, but chases the one who keeps her guessing. It's why she suddenly desires a man more the moment another woman wants him. And it's why men who feel just out of reach become impossible to resist. Psychologist Robert Cialdini calls this the scarcity principle. The rarer something is, the more desirable it becomes. And when it comes to attraction, this is deadly. If a man is always available, she takes him for granted. But if he's just a little unpredictable, she finds herself craving his attention. And the moment she feels like she might lose him, that's when she fights to keep him. 3. Why chasing her pushes her away. A man who constantly chases a woman sends the wrong message. He's signaling that he has nothing better to do. But a man with a full, exciting life, that's the one she respects. When he's selective with his attention, she sees him as a man of value. If he treats her like just another option instead of putting her on a pedestal, She feels the need to prove she's special, and the moment he shows he's willing to walk away, that's when she suddenly starts valuing him more. Most men think women only want peace, stability, and predictability. And while that's true for long-term relationships, there's something else that excites them in the moment: emotional highs and lows. A woman who feels too comfortable in a relationship eventually gets bored, and once boredom sets in, she starts seeking excitement elsewhere. But the men who understand the power of emotional contrast, they never have this problem. Psychologists say that dopamine spikes happen when emotions shift between highs and lows. That's why women find themselves drawn to men who are a little unpredictable. They might not admit it, but the thrill of uncertainty excites them far more than routine. If a man is too predictable, she starts losing interest. But if he keeps her guessing, she won't be able to stop thinking about him. 4. Why emotional contrast makes her addicted. If a man knows how to create emotional contrast, he keeps a woman hooked on a deep, almost addictive level. Look at the relationships that keep women the most engaged. It's never the guy who's predictable and always available. It's the one who disappears for a day and then comes back like nothing happened. The one who makes her laugh one moment and challenges her the next. The one who keeps her guessing just enough to spark excitement. These men aren't playing games. They just understand a simple truth: comfort kills attraction. Famous seduction expert Robert Greene put it perfectly: absence and presence must be carefully balanced. Too much presence and you become predictable. Too much absence and you lose your effect. A woman's emotions drive her attraction far more than logic ever will. And when a man understands how to create excitement, unpredictability, and contrast, she can't let go. 5. How a man's voice controls her mind. A woman's ears are just as sensitive as her skin. The way a man speaks, the depth of his voice, the slow, deliberate pauses, the controlled tone, it all seeps into her subconscious, affecting her in ways she can't even explain. A deep, slow, and steady voice isn't just attractive, it's commanding. It signals confidence, certainty, and dominance, and a woman responds to that on instinct. This isn't just theory. A study from the University of Aberdeen found that women are naturally more drawn to men with lower-pitched voices because they associate them with strength, authority, and even strong genetics. It's not always about what a man says. Sometimes it's just about how he says it. It's not just the tone of a man's voice that draws her in. It's the rhythm. Men who speak too fast come off as nervous. Men who speak too slow sound unsure. But a man who speaks with control, he pulls her in without her even realizing it. Think about a scene in a movie where a man seduces a woman. He doesn't rush. He doesn't blurt things out. He speaks with precision, like every word is meant to affect her. That's what keeps a woman hooked on a man's voice. And the real secret? It's not just about how you sound. It's about knowing when to stay silent. A pause before answering doesn't just make you seem more confident. It builds anticipation. And anticipation, that's where attraction lives. 6. The hidden effect of jealousy. A woman's desire isn't just about attraction, it's about competition. She might like a man, but the second she sees other women wanting him, her interest skyrockets. This is female psychology at its core. Women are wired to crave high-value men, men who are in demand. That's why celebrities, athletes, and powerful men never struggle with attraction. It's not just that they're desirable, it's that many women desire them. And that's social proof. It makes them irresistible. A man who focuses entirely on one woman might think he's being loyal, but in her mind, he's signaling that he has no other options, and no options, no value. But a man who's admired by other women, that's the man she can't stop thinking about. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about understanding psychology. If a woman feels like you're the only one chasing her, she assumes she's in control. But the moment she thinks she might lose you to someone else, that's when the chase begins. Women don't just want a great man. They want a man that other women want. And the man who subtly shows he's in demand, without bragging, without trying too hard, that's the man who will always have the upper hand. 7. The sweet spot of tension. Most men rush. They get too excited, too eager to lock things down. They confess their feelings too soon, push for commitment before attraction fully develops, and in the process, they kill the mystery. And nothing destroys a woman's desire faster than a man who makes things too easy. Think about what makes a great movie exciting. It's the build-up, the tension, the waiting. That's exactly what women crave in attraction. She needs time to wonder, to question, to doubt herself. The moment a man removes that uncertainty, her interest starts to fade. That's why the men who flirt, tease, and hold back just enough are the ones women become addicted to. They create a chase. They make a woman feel like she's earning his attention rather than just having it handed to her. A man who doesn't rush, who takes his time building tension, whether through conversation, touch, or the pace of the relationship, triggers a woman's deepest craving, the desire for something she can't fully have. And that feeling, that's what keeps her coming back for more. 8. The fantasy effect. Attraction isn't just about looks. It's about the story a man creates in a woman's mind. Women don't just fall for men. They fall for how those men make them feel, even when they're not around. The reason some men become obsessions for women isn't just about money, power, or even looks. It's because they create fantasy. They leave just enough mystery for a woman's imagination to fill in the gaps. Think about why women go crazy over celebrities. It's not because they know them personally. It's because these men create an illusion, an aura of intrigue that keeps them hooked. And the best part? Any man can trigger the same effect if he understands one simple rule. Don't give her everything too soon. Most men make the mistake of over-explaining themselves, answering every question directly, and revealing every thought they have. While honesty is important, women are wired to chase what they don't fully understand. A man who keeps a little mystery, a little playfulness, and doesn't let her figure him out too quickly, that's the man she can't stop thinking about. And the real power, it's not in what he tells her, it's in what he leaves unsaid.
Now that you know what most men don't, it's up to you to use this knowledge. Be the man that stands out. Be the man that gets inside her head. If you want more powerful insights like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Rise Above movement. Stay sharp, stay aware, and always stay one step ahead. Until next time, keep leveling up.